Right into it. So we're going to talk about services. So the services should be based on what is needed to support the goals. See how this kind of all builds together, right? So what do they need to support the goals? So most of the time it's specialized academic instruction. So and the amount of services that our provider and minutes that are served are again based on how to meet that goal. A lot of parents think that the disability category is what determines what services they need, and that's not the way it works. So the level of services or the level of need of different services is based on the goals, which are again based on present levels. So just because I have a student who has autism doesn't mean that they necessarily will get speech and language services, depending on if they require a communication goal and do they require that service to support that goal. So that's one thing there. And then you have typically main services, which are specialized academic instruction and speech and language services. And then you have related services. So related services could be where you get occupational therapy, physical therapy, mental health counseling, psychological services, behavior intervention services. There's a ton of different related services. Again, all based on the goals, which are based on present level. What I will say is that if your student has a specific need that's not addressed in present levels, make sure that's there, because again, and if it's in the present levels, it needs to be in a goal, and then that goal needs to be supported by some sort of a service. Even if it's, I see this a lot with behavior goals. So a kid might have other health impairment due to ADHD, but not have anything to address the attention or address the behaviors related to ADHD, which again, if you're saying it's so severe that they're not making progress, makes sense that they should have a goal addressing that concern. So usually it's a functional goal. Anyway, so services, again, should have a date they start, the amount of services that are provided, and where the services are provided. So a lot of times your services will be provided either inside the classroom or outside of the classroom. It could be outside of the classroom in a special setting. It could be outside of the class, a gen ed classroom in a separate room, things like mental health counseling, stuff like that. So it should outline where the services are going to be provided. All right.